another devlog, and you guys know the drill, so let's get into it. But first, I want to apologize for the last update. I said the game was out of beta and it had barely any bugs, but in reality, the game was covered in them. So huge thanks to DS and the Discord server for helping me find all these bugs. Also, congrats on beating the entire game. Now let's get into it. So believe it or not, this update was planned to have one of the game's endings. Then I decided to change up the entire lore, so there's gonna be a couple more updates before that ever happens. Now speaking of the lore, the hazmat suit guys are now out of the game, and you can now play as a guy named Tristan. There was going to be an opening cutscene to the game, but I couldn't get it working, so I'll have to do it later in the next update. And if you see it when you play the game now, that means I fixed it. Anyway, Tristan is looking for his friend who is a conspiracy theorist who is into the Backrooms and went missing. Tristan goes looking for his friend and ends up no-clipping into the Backrooms. Now as you go through levels, Tristan will randomly say something about the level, some giving lore and some building his character. Now with the lore out of the way, let's get into the levels. The first level added was level 9, also known as the Darkened Suburbs. Described as an expansive winding network of paved asphalt roads and residential homes, resembling a modern suburban neighborhood. Natural sources of light in the level are scarce, aside for its permanent lack of daylight. Now with that, I made this, and it looks awesome. Now, if those houses look familiar, I used the Roblox suburbs template and took 2 of the houses and turned them into realistic masterpieces. So whoever at Roblox made these original houses, I just want to say thank you, because I cannot build a house. Now this level is a class 5 difficulty, also known as Living Hell. So there are a ton of entities, like death moths, smilers, skin stealers, hounds, transporters, death rats, warning kites, wretches, and there are some sightings of the Frayed and the arachnids. Now I don't even know what half those are, and I don't think the average Roblox player could handle all that. So I just add the level exclusive, which is Striders. These things are huge creatures that watch over the neighborhood. There are tall eyeballs with 6 long legs. Their eyes give off a light, and if you're caught in it, you are evaporated, so watch out. Now the next level I added was level 10, also known as the Bumper Crop. It is described as an expansive pasture of wheat and barley fields, stretching endlessly in all directions, led into plots by lined trees and shrubbery. Climate of the level near appears to shift from an overcast, laden sky with brief and frequent spells of light rain and fog. With that, I made this terrifying level. Most of the level is just wheat, but I added a barn and these windmills. It is supposed to be safe, and you should just be able to relax in this barn with maybe some entity horse that's friendly. But I don't like that, so I added a farmer faceling that will chase you around the wheat, so watch out for that thing. Now before you cry in the comments and complain that only child facings are hostile and that adult facings are friendly, I think a man chasing you is scarier than a tiny child that you could pump like a soccer ball. So to escape it, you have to follow the arrows and enter a code to open a portal to escape. Now before I get to the final levels update, let's get to some minor things. Fix the first person camera code so that your camera follows your body now. So when you crouch, the camera moves down with your body. Now I changed the starter character to Tristan, and the hazmat guy is gone, like I said, and I might turn him into a collectible. Speaking of collectibles, I added a rubber duck in the pool rooms as a collectible, and I will add more in the future, so like and subscribe so you know when that happens. I also changed the song The Terror Hotel to this new theme made by Evan, so thanks again for that. I also changed the almond water model to a more realistic model, which is made by Serial in the Discord, which you should definitely join. Also finally gave Level Fun its theme, which is a scary sounding kid song. Now for the final level that I added, which is level 128, also known as Vacant Ventilation. It's described as a huge maze of vent tunnels with occasional tunnels leading to rooms. This level is more than just cramped vents. There's also this terrifying entity called the Flamer. It is a ball of flames that looks like the sun, and if you get too close, it will burn you to a slow death. So watch out for that. And that is the last level in this update. But there is one last thing I didn't mention, and that is console support, which came out in this update. So if you're on Xbox, try and find the game if you want to play it. Also, I'm sorry to say, but due to the game's UI not fitting on phones, you can no longer play the game on phones. But you can still play it on tablets like iPads and Samsungs. That's all for this update, and if you want more stuff like this, please subscribe and like the video so that YouTube knows that people like this stuff. Also join the Discord because I'm putting up polls and taking suggestions from the server. Also, please like and favorite the game so that people can find it on Roblox. And with that, I'll see you guys in the next update. See ya.